Today we are going to be learning about money number stories. So these are going to be number stories that have to do with money. Some of these problems might be one step, some of them might be more than one step. We are going to keep in mind that if we have to multiply, we're going to use the new strategies that we've been learning. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to erase this board so I can work on it. Okay, so for these problems, you're going to be given a chart like this. This chart has to do with train tickets. So they're saying a train ticket to Los Angeles costs $31, a train ticket to San Diego costs $42, and a train ticket to San Jose costs $59. So I'm going to leave that up here so I can reference it during all of these problems. So let's see our first problem. Our first problem reads, Juan, Terrence, Rashad, and Adrian are going to Los Angeles. How much will their 4 tickets cost? Okay, so I have my 4 friends, right? Juan, Terrence, Rashad, and Adrian. They're all going to Los Angeles. My question is asking me, how much will their 4 tickets cost? So there's 4 tickets, 4 friends. So I know I'm going to need to start with number 4. And they're going to Los Angeles. So I'm going to need to reference my chart again to figure out how much does a ticket to Los Angeles cost. Oh, it costs $31. So I'm going to need to do 4 times 31. I could add up 31 4 times, but that might take me a little bit longer. So I'm going to do partial products like we've been practicing. 31 times 4. So 31 is a 2-digit number, right? I have a 3 in my tens place and a 1 in my ones place. So I'm going to break it up. I'm going to go 4 times 3 in my tens place. It's going to give me 30. And then the 1 in my ones place, 4 times 1. So I have 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And I have a 0, so I'm going to add my 0. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Then I'm going to add them up. 0 plus 4 is 4. Bring down my 2. Bring down my 1. So does that answer my question? How much will their 4 tickets cost? Yes, their 4 tickets will cost $124. It's important that I label it with the dollar sign. That tells me 124 what? Oh, $124. So that's how much their 4 tickets will cost them. All right, I'm going to erase my board and we're going to move on to the next problem. All right, our next problem reads, Colleen, Emily, and Teresa are going to San Diego. They buy 3 tickets. They give the cashier $200. How much change will they get back? Okay, so I'm going to read it again. Colleen, Emily, and Teresa are going to San Diego. They buy 3 tickets. They give the cashier $200. How much change will they get back? Okay, so I know before I can solve this problem and answer the question of how much change will they get back, I need to first figure out how much do their tickets cost. So I know they need to buy 3 tickets. So we need 3 tickets, and we are going to San Diego. So a ticket to San Diego up here, I'm going to look at my chart, costs $42. So I'm going to need to start by doing 3 times 42 to figure out how much the tickets cost. So I'm going to use partial products. 42 times 3. 42 is a 2-digit number. So I'm going to do 3 times 4 in my tens place, 3 times 40, and then 3 times the 2 in my ones place. So I'm going to look at 3 times 4 here is 12, and I have a 0 in my problem, so I'm going to add the 0. 3 times 2 is 6. When I add them up, 0 plus 6 is 6. Bring down my 2 and bring down my 1. So they paid $126 for their ticket. or for all 3 of their tickets. But is that what my question is asking me? My question wants to know how much change do they get back? So there's another step I need to do. I know they give the cashier $200. So if I'm going to a store and I give the cashier money, they are going to give me the difference or the change back. So that difference, that change tells me that I need to subtract. So I give them cashier $200 and it only costs $126. So I'm going to need to subtract to find my change. I'm going to start at the right after my place values are all lined up. Can I do 0 minus 6? No. So I need to give that a 1. This 0 is going to become a 9. This one's going to become a 1, right? We need to borrow from the 2. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 2 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I don't even need to put that 0 there, right? My answer is going to be, they will get $74 back in change. So there we had to do 2 steps. First, we had to figure out how much of their tickets cost. Then we could answer our question of how much change would they get back. And they would get back $74. All right, we're going to do one more together. All right, let's look at this question. So my next question reads, 3 students bought 3 tickets to San Diego. 4 students bought 4 tickets to Los Angeles. Who paid more? Okay, so I need to know who paid more. In order to figure out who paid more, I need to know how much these 2 groups each paid. So let's look at my first group. It says 3 students bought 3 tickets to San Diego. So I need 3 tickets to San Diego. So I'm going to check my chart. San Diego, a ticket cost $42. So I'm going to need to solve that to find out how much it costs for San Diego. Then my next group has 4 students buying 4 tickets to Los Angeles. Los Angeles, a ticket costs $31. So I'm going to need to solve both of these problems first. And then my question asks me, who paid more? This should say who. Who paid more? So I'm going to get my answer and then look at what answer is larger. And that is going to be who paid more money. So let's do partial products. 42 times 3. So 2-digit number. I'm going to do 3 times, the 4 is in the tens place, so times 40. And then 3 times 2. So I have 3 times 4 is 12, and I have my 0. Then I have 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to add those up, and I'm going to get 0 plus 6 is 6. Bring down my 2, bring down my 1. Super tiny there. My answer here is going to be they paid $126. Now let's do this one. I have 31 times 4. Again, a double-digit number. So I'm going to need to start with 4 times the 3 is in my tens place, so that's 30. And then 4 times 1. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then I have my 0. And then 4 times 1 is 4. So I add those up. 4, 2, 1. This group of students paid $124. So if my 3 students that were going to San Diego paid $126, and the 4 students going to Los Angeles paid $124, I want to know who paid more. So which number is larger, 126 or 124? 126 is larger. So the 3 students going to Los Angeles paid more.